We're back in our room for some reason. There's a little hologram of us. We got an achievement called Outstanding Observer for whatever reason. And we're walking very slowly. Oh, but there are like little stage curtains around the window. That's cool. I guess we're going through the story of Ray. Miss Fong. Wait. What am I?
Okay.
Ah!
Okay.
Ah!
I mustn't have
Vacuum! Oh my god.
If I were to run away, let's analyze that. Where the fuck would I
The rain notification scared me. I guess you're playing scary game. Thank you so much for the raid. Holy cow, party of 9. Thank you. Hello. Thank you so much for the raid. We're playing Detention right now. I think we're in like maybe the last-ish part of the game. Story be getting heavy. We're in some kind of like, we just arrived at this setting and I'm not sure what to do right now. Y'all. How are you guys? Thank you so much for coming by. Daniel. You torture Vacuum the same way I torture you. This is one of your friends, Bats? Another victim I see? Chotto. Oh. A glass cup of nauseating color, overflowing with a stench of human corruption. Plates and cups clash against the walls, as Father's voice roared through the halls. Well. Bats, whatever you do, don't mention Swan Spontius. Zotan, you heck! Yeah, finally building my support group against Bats' bullying. I'm with you, Vacuum. We too have been pushed around by Bats for far too long. It's time to rise up. Again, like I was saying, right? Like I was saying, Bats pushes us around all the time, aggressively like this with a wall. Yeah, don't mention the me. Oh my god, Mask. It's funny that you guys bring up the podcast because I was like legitimate. Oh my gosh, thank you, Vacuum. That's so kind of you. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the heat. The heat of Bats' oppression. Right before starting the stream, like legitimately right up until 9:30 p.m. here, CST, I was recording the next episode of the podcast with Soupy. So hopefully that should be out either later this weekend or hopefully before Monday. I think they were gonna aim for having it all edited before the weekend was over because they have to go on a trip to LA. So challenge you to try and outdo me. That's impossible. We already been known through our years of friendship. That is impossible. Let's see, what's this? After a series of curses seething, all that's left is mother's weeping. Our family was once sweet together, healthy and caring when we gathered. Okay, so she's reflecting on her family via poem. And now, every night, a restless sleep, every morning hard to wake. So it goes on day by day, the anguish digs ever deep. I was shattered into countless pieces, mirroring the crumbling of a familiar world, in a state of ceaseless decay, plunging into a river of despair, floating in limbo for the rest of our days. Oh. Zodiac color. Oh, here we go. counseling records don't do anything, so it must be our little pendant. Anticipating when we meet, footsteps ever quick and slight, roaming through a neon forest, strolling past the dazzling lights. I've become a little lark, brushing past the pretty flowers, chasing all the playful butterflies. I glide merrily by your side. I've been an actor in our play, long before the curtain's risen. Being held is ever comforting, longing for your love embracing, listening to your many whispers, feeling each other's tranquil breathing. I'm assuming she is talking about her relationship with the teacher. American, so I gotta say color, true. Yeah, the color with the U does look cooler, I agree. The white deer walked into my grasp. What a pleasant surprise. What a turn of fate. I want to keep this moment in my palms for eternity. And finally, the counseling records. All of a sudden, we stopped meeting. You became distant bitterly, colder than the sun could melt, air around you freezing instantly, and my frozen body's beating heart, with each pulse, tearing itself apart. Yeah, he was a scumbag to you, babe. Again, I'm left in abject solitude, in a house that I call home, in a space that I call school. A walking corpse whose mind's without, a sense of loss that's drowned with doubt. Oh. Nani are? Chang Ming-hui, we need to talk about this. Miss Yin, it's not necessary to raise your voice like that. Why can't I? What were you thinking going after a child like that? Oh! She's confronting him. Child? I was already studying abroad at her age. This a-hole. She's old enough to know what she wants. Ew! He's so scummy. So what now? Will you lead her down this forbidden path? Oh, so since more of you guys are in the chat, I will post up the poll of the game we'll be playing after this. So it was a runoff between Resident Evil and Little Nightmares. So I put up all the main number Resident Evil games, and also Little Nightmares on the poll. You can vote multiple answers if you so choose. I would just vote whatever you're interested in having us experience on the stream together. And I think most of them should be Gucci. Like, I know Resident Evil 7 and I'm assuming 8 as well are both first person, but I think they don't move around like a whole lot in terms of like activating my motion sickness. So we'll see. But regardless, yeah, that's the poll. You haven't played any of the Resident Evils, have you? I have. I've played some of the original RE1. I've played some of 4. I've played all of 5 and 6, and that's about it. Kind of like a random smattering. Sorry, Swan, I forgot you get motion sickness on FPS and first-person games and chose already. No, it's fine. I added it as an option on purpose. So, because I don't think it'll be quite as bad as like if I were to play like Outlast, for example. I just want to be able to gauge what you guys are interested in watching us experience on the stream together, and I will do my best to play them. Weren't 5 and 6 bad? They were fun. They just were not I don't think they should have been branded Resident Evil games. Let's just say that. Like the games themselves are quite fun to play with friends. Right? Cuz they're the co-op games. But yeah, they are definitely not scary and they're pretty wacky in terms of being Resident Evil games. Yeah, they're like cartoons. 5 is fun, not scary. Yes. 6 is pure action schlock. Yes. Yes, it is dumb, but the gameplay is fun. I agree. Yep. Yes, 5 is fun as a 2-player game, for sure. This guy definitely calls himself a map on Twitter. What MAP? What does that mean, Zotan? What is that acronym? Okay. Yeah. Pull us up. I'll link it one more time before I begin resuming the game. And I'll check it. Ew! What? Ew! No! No! I regret asking. Thank you for telling me, though. Well, but yeah, I would, yes, he probably would say something like that because he is just justifying everything that he's doing right now, and it's very not cool. No, Zotan answered my question. All right, Zotan's fine. Right, that's what I was. Right. Right. Yeah. Okay. That's the impression that I got. They have their own flag now. Stop it. Didn't like. Oh, hang on. Never mind. I probably shouldn't like talk any further about this. We're skirting a line right now, and I don't want to. I feel like sometimes ignorance is bliss. She only needs a push in the right direction, not for you to wrap your arms around her. Get him! Drag him! He is being disgusting. This is our private matter. It's none of your business. Oh my god. I'll let you slide us. How is it not? You're stuck in your little romance. Did you forget about us? Ooh! Miss Yin. Get him. He's gross. We were already in the same boat. Don't you forget. I'm scared. I'm scared something's gonna creep through the door. Okay. Ooh, the eyes are back! We got some handsies. Oh, probably our handsies. Reaching for Miss Yin. Oh, snap. Is that them getting taken away? Oh my gosh. Oh! Bro. Oh, there's the teacher. Gross. Ugh! A painful recollection. My soul is shattered into pieces. When I cannot put myself back together and forget everything, I open my eyes and welcome a barren world. I'm gonna poke him. Get a mask. Oh. Are we back in the auditorium? Zotan, where are you at? Cuz? Nani? Ooh, we're back. We're fading in. We're static. Oh, look at our frames. Whoa. I'm about 6 feet under or over. Yeah, where am I? I can't walk over here. Well, the graffiti. Nanja. The mirror? Why? Why I no can- Oh, okay. I was like, why can't I go anywhere? I had to click on the stairs. Woo! There's crying sounds. Ah! What? What was that? Did we go through any more rooms? You know, I don't remember if we. I don't think we died during that. Yeah, we didn't. We did not die during the sequence where we jumped through her past, because there were no save points. Hello? Our life would vanish, but not our guilt. I am you. Yet you are not me. It's the sin that makes you linger in this realm. Memories, like mirrors reflecting the true likeness of your soul. Number 4 going strong. In a world full of pain and suffering. Fang Rei Shin, what do you fear the most? Ooh, what should we say? I guess based on the story, right? You do have the time stone now. Number 4, never going down. I only remember going to sleep after getting all the water out of my room, and 4th Rob still going. Believe that we are all born free. I chose losing myself. Eager to walk on your own path. Because I think they're trying to ask, like, the character what she's most afraid of. And afraid of losing yourself. You are me. Whoa! Whoa! We traded places, kind of, sort of. Huh? Yeah, let's save. Seems in character her family was kind of lame. Whoa, okay. Whoa, okay. We're back at the school. So we can go upstairs. Let's see what's on the left side. Are we supposed to head up to the roof? Okay, well, we definitely can't go downstairs, so. Oh, we can't go upstairs anymore either. Oh! Is that another us? Kinda looks like it. The way forward is the path to your past. However, the road ahead has crumbled. Lead me anywhere, and I will follow you like a shadow. Oh. Sugoi. Lead me anywhere, and I'll follow you like a shadow. Door handle is broken. I can't get in. She's just hanging out in there. Oh, she is following me! Can't open this door. The sliding door is wrapped in barbed wire. Eh. So creepy. Oh. Who can be calling at a time like this? Oh, the phone's ringing. Oh, there's a bunch of trash bags over there. Huh, okay. Excuse me. Miss Shadow. I'm not sure how this works. TBH. Because she can't leave the vicinity of the windows. Okay. Maybe we gotta explore more. Oh, okay, so this place is open now. Alright. We'll look around a little bit more. Oh, these doors. Wait. Blocked by an unknown force. Okay. Detention! What's up, Magpie? How are you? I like that entry. I am early, late, or on time. We only just barely started replaying, or started picking up where we left off. So what you missed last time, because we had to finish up that whole sequence since we didn't have a save point, is we used the radio to jump back and forth within Ray's past. We found out that her home life was it started off pretty good in her early childhood, but then it pretty quickly degraded as her parents' relationship started falling apart. Her dad apparently started coming home drunk and having slept with other women. The mom stopped talking to him. They started fighting all the time, that kind of thing. And so during this troubling time, she ended up she ended up getting into a relationship with, I'm assuming, I guess it's one of her counselors. Either way, it was like a male teacher at the school. And he embraced it. So it was very clear that it was a romantic relationship between the both of them. And basically, there came a day when he just very suddenly decided to drop the relationship and act very cold to Ray, and she assumed that he was dumping her. And it turns out that he I think that they either implied or said it in the game that he was supposed to be engaged or in a relationship with Miss Yin, who is the female teacher from the beginning of the game. And essentially, because she is the principal's daughter and all of that, I'm assuming that's why that he ended up dropping his relationship with Ray, but also because Miss Yin found out about their relationship, and so she was chewing him out and telling him, like, hey, you can't do that. That's not at all appropriate. That's not what she needs right now. And he's like, when I was her age, I was studying abroad. She knows what she wants. And he was being a total scumbag about it. And Ray ended up blaming Miss Yin for the relationship with the male teacher failing. And so since that was basically the only thing that she had to look forward to, you know, she had a crappy home life, now she had a crappy school life. She took it out on Miss Yin by using the forbidden book list and turning in the list and basically implicating Miss Yin and the book club as having those banned books at school. And since the, you know, as we've seen, the sentiment at this time was very anti-communist and anything of that nature, there was a lot of like execution imagery associated with what Ray did. Like the book list turned into a gun, and there's like frequent images of people being tied up with ropes and with bags over their heads, like that kind of thing, and being shot and stuff like that. And so you just assume that something really awful happened to Miss Yin and the students in the book club because of what Ray did. So that's where we're at right now, is she just came back to the, I guess, quote unquote present. She's back at the school. We're done with the whole jumping around in her past, and now we're, I guess, facing up to what happened. Yeah, so hopefully that makes sense-ish. All caught up. And I also put up a poll for our next game. I put up all the Resident Evil games, the non-spin-off ones, and Little Nightmares, since those were the games that we had the runoff for. We didn't choose which Resident Evil game that we would play if we decided to go that route, so I just put all of them up there, and we're just going to have one final vote. You can do multiple answers if you'd like. Just whatever you guys are interested in watching me play, I'll play it on the stream. Completely got it. Quality summary. Wow, thank you. I think it was confusing as heck. I definitely confused it, or like gave like a weird roundabout explanation of it earlier, so I'm glad it made sense to you this time that I did it. Catching up on the chat. Okay, get some water. Alright, and let's continue. The bonfire of hope is almost depleted, diminishing in the wind. Ooh, okay, there's Miss Yin and I guess the book club? Oh boy. Some of the book contents may conflict with your everyday thoughts, but this material will help you engage in reflective and independent thinking. Your thoughts were organized thematically, which is good for a story, really. I was just going, like, as I remembered things. Trying to, at least. I think maybe it helped that I summarized it. I tried to summarize it earlier, and then I was able to organize it in my head this time. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, thank you. I'm glad it was helpful. Well, let's call it a day. I do want to remind you all again to never mention the book club to anyone else, for that might put yourself and others in great danger. Oh, it sure did. And Wei, I'd like to ask you a favor. Zotan! There you are! Hey, buddy! Yes, Miss Yen? Is it about the new books? So we found out through the story that Wei, aka Zotan, was the one who showed Ray the list. Yes? She did not finish everything. She sniffed at it and was like, okay. Miss Clover is apparently begging, and she already had her dinner, so. Easy, buddy. We don't condone the teacher-student hangout, you know what I mean? Anything for you, Miss Ian? Very uncondoned. Yeah, so we found out through the story that Wei was the one who hang on. I had to close my door. That Wei was the one who shared the list with Ray, and that's how she ended up finding out about this whole thing and who was in the book club and so on and so forth. Unfortunately, Wei, aka Zotan, had very good intentions. Maybe he was trying to, you know, just sweeten up the you know, like get on Ray's good side, you don't know, or Rob, I guess, since we're talking about Rob number 4 over here. This is an interesting vote. Which RE to vote for? Yeah, so you can vote for any of the RE Resident Evil games. I also put Little Nightmares on there because Little Nightmares tied with Resident Evil during the last vote. But the last vote, basically, it was a tie between the Resident Evil, like any of the games in the series, and Little Nightmares. So I just put all of the games, all the mainline games, plus Little Nightmares on the poll. And so you can just vote for whichever games you want to see. I would never sell out Miss Yen to Rob. I've already given the list to Mr. Chang. He said the shipping company won't help us anymore, but he'll figure something out. The government is enforcing restrictions on all imports. Soon, the book club might come to an end. Miss Yen, why are things like this? Why we gotta read this dark rube? I'm sorry, Wei. There's nothing I can do either. I'm also voting for Little Nightmares, but gotta think of which RE is the play here, especially since I've never played one. Oh! Are you aware of which ones are like... what each one is like? Because I can briefly summarize each of the games, or like kind of give you a feel for what each of them are like. Oh, just one more thing before you go. Mr. Chog never brought us any of those books in the first place, right? Kinda? Okay. I would want Swan to play one she hasn't played. Okay. So, let's see. I have not played RE1 Remake, but like I said, I played parts of the original RE1. That's the one that obviously introduces the whole Resident Evil spiel. It takes place in a mansion. And it's got pretty strong, like, horror vibes, plus, like, a lot of puzzle mechanics and a lot of dodging zombies. Let's see. RE2 is, like, big horror vibes. And it takes place in Raccoon City. You get to either play as Leon or Claire. And the story kind of differs a bit because of the differing perspectives. And you get to find out more about the Umbrella Corporation, who is the ones behind the whole Zambi business. And let's see. Resident Evil 3 is starring the character Jill, who was the I guess like work partner of the protagonist in Resident Evil 1, Chris. And Jill, I actually don't know the story of RE3 that well, because it was one that I had like watched my brother play a super long, like at least a decade ago. I must have been like, I don't know. I want to say like I was like around 8 years old actually when I watched him play it, the original. So I actually don't know the story for that one super well. I just know it stars Jill and the big bad boy following her around. Resident Evil 4 is the campy one. It stars Leon. He is in a I would guess Spain. And there's a bunch of like cult-like zombies running around. You gotta protect the president's daughter. That one is like probably the goofiest one, but also mechanically is one of the strongest entries in the series, if not the strongest. It's probably the favorite of a ton of people. So very light on, I guess, the horror, like the scares, but very, I guess, like fun overall. But still has like a dark atmosphere to it. Let's see. I've seen gameplay for some of them. I think Remake 2, 4, and 6. Okay, and 0. Okay. RE1 Remake is great, but it can take a while, if that matters. That's true. I've played the first hour of RE Remake like 20 times. Never have the will to beat it. Maybe with you guys' help, I'll be able to beat it, right? Yeah, it is a tough game. Because you got limited saves and inventory and everything. So you kind of have to, like, pick your battles and stuff. Baiting zombies with tank controls gets me... Oh, that's true. It has tank controls. I think they made it so that you can do either... In the remake, either tank controls... like with the D-pad or with the analog stick. But regardless, it's still... like fixed camera angle and stuff like that. So... I think the scariest game I ever played is Half-Life. And just a bit, I've never finished it. RE4 has no business being as good as it is. It's brilliant. What do you mean? It's on the tin, right? Is everything it says on the tin. You protect the president's daughter in Spain against zombies and probably maybe some crocodiles too. Purest animasochist wanting controls. Okay, so Resident Evil 5 takes place in Africa. It is a potentially co-op game. So that could be fun is if we do either RE5 or RE6, I could drag someone down into depravity with the zombie shooting with me. Let's see. It stars Chris from the first game with a new partner, Sheva. And yeah, they have zombie adventures in Africa together. It is extremely light on the horror aspect, very heavy on the action aspect. So it's a super fun co-op game. It's also fun single player too, but yeah, mechanically quite fun. RE6 again is co-op. It stars 4 different campaigns, and each of them plays a bit differently from each other. Again, it's co-op, designed completely around co-op, and it's like playing through an action movie, which is why I called it that in the poll. So a lot of like QTEs, like quick time events and stuff like that. And it takes place like I think mostly in China, but also partially in the US. Yeah, you do a lot of locale traveling in that game because there's so much happening in it. But it is also fun. RE7, we're back to the horror elements. We're playing as a new dude, Ethan. He's trying to find his wife, of course, who's missing. And it takes place in Louisiana, and the horror vibes are so stinking strong. Like, it's very atmospheric, very, very, like, chef's kiss, like, very, very good in that aspect. Mechanically, I think it's fine. It is first person, so I'd probably have to take it kind of slow. But I don't expect it to be like nearly as disorienting as if I were to play something like Outlast. So hopefully it would be all right. We're kind of taking a gamble on that one. Regardless, I'll probably take precautions if I end up playing it, such as like maybe I'll take some motion sickness meds or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. And Resident Evil 8 is a sequel to Resident Evil 7. It stars the same protagonist. I think it basically picks up where the last one leaves off, or maybe there's some time that passes. And yeah, there's ice zombies and a big lady. That's all I got on that one. It's kind of Spain. Okay. Can't be fun. It's a good pitch. Yes. I love Resident Evil 4. I can understand the bad guy's language. Pretty good at 5 or 6, if I do say so myself. Oh, I'm sure you are. I have no doubt. That sounds like a very Rob thing. Oh yeah, RE6 is definitely nutty. Just your simple, spooky, claustrophobic setting. The whole world. I don't recommend RE8 for you. It's a bit more fast-paced. Okay. Someone's gonna have to pull a Sakurai and play the game with an IV drip. Oh no! That's funny. Yeah. Tall lady. Motion sickness might be an issue there. Okay. Monster in the beginning in RE8 was so bad. I haven't even watched a playthrough of RE8, so if we did decide on that one, I would go in completely blind. All I know is that the tall lady exists, and I heard that there's a dollhouse section that's really scary, something with a baby, but I haven't seen anything, and that's all that I've heard about it. Just inevitably through people like talking about it like on the internet or whatever. But I did try to like not engage with the game just in case I ended up playing it. But yeah. Yeah, so I'll let you, if you have any more questions, let me know about the games. I just kind of really briefly touched on each of them. That may or may not give you somewhat of an idea of what they're like. But yeah. Clearly there are a lot of people in chat who are as knowledgeable, if not more so, than me about the game, so. You voted? Okay, cool. I'll be checking the poll after I finish up Detention here. I think we're on track to finish this pretty soon, so. I'm not exactly sure how much time is left, but we are gunning for the end. Huh. I know I can always count on you. Ooh, she making eyes at you, Zotan. She said, I knew I could always count on you. Get in there, Zotan. Eh? Nani? Added to journal. Clipping. Blacklisted to return home from burial. Half a century in exile. Blacklisted to return home from burial. During the period of martial law, Miss Yin Cui-han was a wanted political fugitive. She was lucky to evade arrest and left the country only to be blacklisted. She traveled the world fighting for human rights and freedom of expression, but unfortunately died of lung cancer at the age of 50. Her last wish was to be able to return to her hometown. Now this wish can be achieved with the lifting of martial law. Wow. Okay, so this Swan, she's a teacher! I could never get in there with the voice you gave me. What do you mean? That's the voice, that's part of the acronym somewhere, right? That voice specifically. It's forbidden, dabs. So, I guess this is a newspaper clipping of what happened to Miss Yin after the events of at the school with Ray. That's interesting. I'm stopping unfortunately. For your own good, student Zotan. We're just looking out for Zotan. What do you mean for my own good? Don't exist anymore. I only exist in memory now. Oh. Purely unrelated to your choices. I wonder if we're supposed to switch back to other us? And maybe we can go to the barbed wire area now, since we opened it. Man, Miss Yin went and became a freedom fighter. That's legit. She's the real deal. Okay, us. We probably still can't go through this door, right? Yeah. Okay. She would have protected you. Blame this here protagonists, but actually blame society, martial law, and totalitarianism. Okay, no, we can't get through there yet. She might protect herself. It's fine, she lived till 50. She just wanted to be buried in her hometown, and then the law was like, like the government, rather. Rob is a sneaky one. Rob over here sneaking. Oh, I wonder if we're supposed to... Maybe we have her stay there and we go downstairs, come up, and then come through the classroom again, right? And that's how we get her on the other side of the gap. Let's see, let's see, let's see. All right. Remember when you enrolled, so full of passion, participating in every school activity, showing off your academic abilities, grabbing the attention of your peers and teachers. Then things took a turn for the worse at home. All the attention quickly turned into unwanted scrutiny. So you chose. How should, so according to Ray's, I guess, like, past or whatever, what did she do? I guess escape, right? She tried to escape through, going with the teacher. The world is immeasurably vast. There's always a place to hide. You are me. Yeah, I think she tried to escape too. Are you choosing for your past or your future? I think what these questions are asking, they're asking about like Ray as a person, like what you've learned about her up until this point, and it's kind of like testing your knowledge about that, maybe, like how well you know this character to be able to answer for her and like figure out like what she valued, like what. So the first question was about what she feared, and so I answered her fearing losing herself. And then, like, it was like the options were losing family, losing herself, was the third option, and then, I forget the second option. Yeah, I don't remember the second option. Yeah, if there is a right. And then this one, yeah, is about, hopefully about her, I guess, escaping. Hopefully we're answering correctly. This place is completely lifeless. Even ideas are buried here. What is... Oh, they're burning books. Right? Yeah. Remember to thoroughly destroy each book and add the spirit money to throw them off. There can't be any intact book pages, or else this would be for naught. Hey, Wei. Wait, is that a young student or like an old man? Maybe it's a young student. One sounds like... I made Zotan sound like 5 years old, and I made this other student sound 80. It's fine, we're committing. You're closer with Miss Yin. I heard that she had to flee the country overnight. Is that true? I'm not sure. She never said anything about leaving. That's cool. Yeah, whatever. Unlike Miss Yin, we don't have the connections to guide us to safety. Aren't you afraid? You can't ever tell. Agent No Raisin. Well, actually, what bothers me the most is, do you know how the reading list got leaked out? Stop asking questions. I'm as clueless as you. Let's just hurry up and finish this. We don't want to get caught. Oh man, I hope they didn't get caught. I have a feeling they did, though. Considering all the imagery that's happened, and plus Zotan in the auditorium. Ooh, a written verdict from court. A torn piece of the verdict. Chang Ming Hui, a district-level educator, is found guilty with students Wei and others of collusion with communist forces. Chang Ming Hui is to be put to death after the court's ruling! Oh my god, the male teacher got sentenced to death! Wei Chengting pleads guilty to affiliation with communist forces, reading of prohibited texts with rebellious and corrupt thoughts. Will be sentenced to 15 years jail time! Oh my god! Zotan, you gonna be grown, like... 15 years! You'll be like 30! Oh my gosh. Why do people shrink when they get old? Bones literally get shorter. Bro. Hard to be in jail when I'm dead. We spent half his life in jail. I know, right? Holy cow. And the male teacher got axed. Miss Yin got out. She was like, bye, y'all. Try catching something that doesn't breathe. Dang. Oh. So is my death a metaphor then? Is Rob's protag a bit loony? Yeah, I think your death was a metaphor because she knows what she did implicated you. I mean, yeah, she basically sacrificed you because you were the innocent one, right? You were just trying to share like the book list with her, thinking that she wouldn't be a snitch, and she snitched and did that knowing that you would suffer for it, just so that she could get back at Miss Yin. The door is barred by a broom, and there's a note on top of it. Snitcher. Well, there it is. Move the broom? Oh, jeez. I'm scared. Look at the screen, what do you think? The car was and ran over some pigeons. Oh, God. The pigeons didn't move? Sometimes they don't. That happened, I didn't run them over. When I was in a parking lot once, I was trying to, like, just drive out of the parking lot, and these pigeons were just sitting in the way, and even when I honked or, like, inched closer, they wouldn't move, and so eventually I just had to leave my car, and shoo them away by running, like, waving my hands at them so that they would move, and they even when I did that, they just kind of, like, slowly waddled away. They were in no rush. But I didn't want to run over any pigeons, so... terrible. Many people know what I read. Oh my god, dude. Hey, music. Oh. We're in the music room. Oh. Ooh, what's this note? He ran away. Collector. No entry. That time, in fear, forcing herself to breed hatred. Who knew that she would take that leap and leave this world behind? Oh! Nary a last word because of fear? Remorse? The reason remains undecided. I was left with a blur of confused thoughts spiraling through my mind. When I saw the sunlight again, things had changed drastically. My loved ones and teacher went to a higher place. She was buried in an unmarked grave, leaving me a decrepit man. Oh my gosh! I think this note was written by Zotan, I guess. Here, let me show you how it's done. It knew you had a disease, and it feared transmission to cross-species transmission to the birds. Because it says, I think what happened because of the image earlier in the game where we saw, I don't know, Rob number whatever, jump, take a plunge off the roof. That this is Wei talking about her. Because he says, at that time in fear, forcing herself to breed hatred, who knew that she would take that leap and leave this world behind? He doesn't know why she did it. He's confused and says this is what makes me feel like it's way, because it says when I saw the sunlight again, because he was in jail for freaking 15 years, things had changed drastically. My loved ones and teacher went to a higher place because the male teacher was executed. I'm assuming maybe his family or friends or whatever probably passed away during that time. And meanwhile, Ray was buried in an unmarked grave. Wow. Wait, why didn't her... Was her... I wonder what happened with Ray's family then. If she was left in an unmarked grave, maybe her mother... maybe something happened with her mother, or her mother's feelings changed about Ray. Something like that. Guess her mom didn't care enough / alternate unfortunate implications. Yeah, I'm curious about what happened there, because by that point, oh, I forgot to mention this to you guys, but apparently the fate of Ray's father was that he got caught and arrested for bribery. Someone had bribed him. And so he got arrested and hauled away, but the mom was like secretly delighted that it happened. So you kind of assume that either she tattled on him, or either way she was happy about him being taken away. So that was basically how the family story ended. Yeah, it's safe. Turns out it is I who is actually alive, Rob. It was me, Dio. I think that is the implication, because it said that she was smiling. What was it? The note that search warrant issued by the district court with a list of public officials involved in a bribery scheme. When I went home that day, father had already been taken away. I asked mom what had happened. She quietly replied, "Dad got his hands dirty, but he'll live." Hearing this, I felt as if she was smiling underneath. Yeah, so that's all that we know about the situation, but considering she was smiling, she was definitely at least happy about it. And maybe she told on him. Would be the further thing that could be implied from that. There's a note on the cart. So was the dad bad, or was the mom dad, or were they both bad? I think there was more blame laid on the dad from what I can recall during that deep dive. That for some reason he started coming home drunk and was sleeping around with other women, and then the mom resented him, and then I guess she eventually snitched on him about the bribery. It also feels like it's her replicating her mom's actions with her exposing the list. Oh my gosh, you're right, Magpie. Because if her mom exposed him for bribery, it said that a list of public officials was exposed. Yeah, I think you're right. Oh! Ah. Wait. Oh! Oh, okay. Acting immediately on one's determination. This is the philosophy he believed in. That someone should take fate into their own hands. With you following him, what ideas do you hold? Take hold of your destiny? That is a charming thought. So life has gained a goal. Next to him, you found yourself. You are me. I wonder if we'll see Wei with the beard at the end to show time has passed, of course. Yeah, you want a beard, Zotian? Can't want what you already got. You already got one! Oh my god, dude! Strokes chin grandiose with grandiosity. No matter how many times this replays, nothing can be unwound. You can never redeem yourself. Instructor, bye. Oh, this is when she told on them. Scratch the nose. This is the book list I mentioned before. I found it on our teacher's desk. Miss Fong, the country appreciates your assistance. Oh my god, what a line. Yikes. Did you think finding something to rely on would stave off your fear? One day, however, he was gone just like that. You've lost everything you can depend on. What choice will you make now? I said try to take them back. The instructor's sharp gaze was stifling. You steeled yourself and performed without hesitation. In that one moment, transforming into a pitiless patriot. Easier than you think, right? You are me. This imagery is crazy. Oh. Mateo. Wait for me. Oh, we're back on the roof. Oh. We're black and white. He's color. Eh? Did y'all see the, like, the little... it looked like a little daffodil flower. Growing. I think that's the exact place where it kind of implied, or rather showed, that she had jumped, too. Glimpse into real world? Yeah, that's what it looks like, because of the color. Oh. Yellowed paper plane. From the white deer to my white daffodil, fate holds us apart. So let us meet again in another life, to our freedom. Did she do this to join the teacher? Huh. You got older ways, Otan. No beard, though, always next time. Where? Not real, no beard. Ugh, scary. Open the door. Chang Ming-hui, you're suspected of spreading anti-government propaganda, smuggling banned books, and organizing illegal gatherings. The court has already obtained the necessary evidence. We now arrest you on the grounds of rebellious activities. Do not resist on pain of death. I mean, the man was executed anyway. Looks like it will be difficult to escape this time. Fine. Take my head so that I may join my brothers and sisters in death. Why? Aren't people born to live freely? To think openly, to speak their minds without restriction or fear. That doesn't mean you should have went with the high schooler freedom of belief, love, and self-realization. Being with you was a happiness of the simplest and purest kind. I couldn't help but think, when we could be hand in hand, living in an untroubled life, but in the end, this is only a fool's dream. I too am vain like the daffodils, fixated on my grandiosity. The world is not ready for the likes of us. Hmm.
白水仙染上一河鲜血，
Daffodils died by a
只
river
能
of
让
crimson
铁
blood,
锈般凋零。
decaying rust-like into the void. He's kind of brushing past some things. He's talking all nobly and stuff like, freedom, why can't we just, be free? I really liked being with you, And it's like, you were a teacher and she was a student in high school. What? Where's Zotan? Oh my goodness. This leads to the main city. Zotan, look at your socks. Oh my gosh. Your hair looks like a little bit, just a little bit lightness up there. You got some wrinkles. Got your little belly. Construction signboard. Evidence of vandalism alongside many signs of protest. You got dad bod, Zotan. Oh no, the socks and nerd voice was accurate. If he speaks, I'm giving him the voice. I'm just saying, nothing changes over 15 years. Well, his whole body changes except for his voice. That's what it is. I think he was supplying the club with books that Chong lives. Yes, he was. Metal lodging for laborers. Alas, to be demolished. All to be demolished. Oh. So the school's getting torn down. Oh my god, it's the old lady. She scared me. She just crept onto the screen from the side. Barred from the heavens and hampered from the underworld. Yeah, it's the hill. Alone and wandering forever as she goes. Ah, pitiful. Old lady? She's gone. Oh, we have a notebook. Choto! We have a notebook. Amnesty certificate. A certificate of amnesty. Name Wei Chung Ting. Type of pardon amnesty. Crime declared invalid. Does that mean he got let out a little bit early? He's still old though. Maybe it happened after he served out his sentence. Thought I would rot in jail. I didn't expect to live past martial law. People say I'm a victim of politics. My crime was written off, but my youth is long past. Something lost can never be regained. Man, that sucks. 15 years, dog. He lived so long that the law changed. Well, thank goodness he got pardoned, but still. Has lady been you the whole time? I don't think so. I think the lady is like, the old lady is like a representation of like a god of death or something like that. Or just, what was it? She escorts spirits, something like that, you know? Maybe that's the kind of representation she is. 'Cause she's only there when we, you know, died to a monster or something. Oh no, she said that, she was like a collector of certain kinds of things, like that the lingered left behind and stuff like that. So I think she has something to do with just like inhabiting in that world and with the lingered. Yeah, fairy woman. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Letters from home. A yellowed letter. My son Chung Ting. Even though I witness sickness and death on a daily basis, this still fills my heart with grief. Your mother's disease was utterly untreatable. I can only hope she died without worry, without pain. A person's body can be physically locked up, but your mind is always free to go where it pleases. Father hopes you can still get some peace of mind in this situation. Stay warm, stay safe. Your father, Jiaxin. Oh, he is such a nice father. It sounds like his mother passed away while he was in jail. So the White Terror started in Taiwan around 1947, and martial law wasn't lifted until 1987? Holy cow. It's crazy. Eventually, Mother still passed away. Father didn't take it well, and had to take a break from his clinic work. His written words were spirited and calming. They supported me during my darkest days. Yeah, that's really a nice letter. Wait. I didn't see this. 15 years of my life were taken away by a piece of paper. I can still clearly remember when the military police came knocking and carried me off in front of my mother. Little did I know that was the last time I would see her face. Aww. Oh my god, that's horrible. After being released from jail, I haven't had any contact with Miss Yin. I couldn't believe it at first, but I heard she had passed away abroad due to lung cancer. Like with my mother, only after seeing her ashes with my own eyes was I able to realize I had lost a familiar part of my heart forever. Dang. It doesn't matter what I was feeling back then. Only pain and sadness remain. The true horror was being jailed for 15 years. It's the 60s? Well, it says martial law wasn't lifted until 1987, so it has to be like the 80s, the late 80s slash 90s right now. Because he's saying he outlived martial law. The large banyan tree's been cut down. It's weathered the storm of generations, and yet it fell under the sharp edge of human desire. Yeah, he outlived martial law. So the reason he was able to be let out of jail is because they granted him amnesty after the law was lifted. Oh, the credits! Shunting Yao. Oh, wow. Story setting, Doi Chung. Level design, Light Wong. Oh, yeah, no, it's super sad. Got very Silent Hill there for a bit. Great game. It's excellent. Oh, broken bottles. Can you read any of what's on the wall? I couldn't really read much of it at all. Qing Hong Cheng. Or Xun Ting Yao. Vincent Young. Wei Fan Chong. I would assume that they were some kind of graffiti slurs or something, because I didn't know what they were saying. Henry Wong, Light Wong, Smiler 2. Google Translate it. Going up to the roof. Oh, the classroom. Oh, is this his seat? Oh. Oh man, I'm getting emotional. Oh man. Oh man. Ugh. I'm tearing up. That was so good. Holy cow. That was really sad. Wow. Whew. Dude will be older than me and after you got out right? Phew. Man, that game was very well done. Like, so super polished in every way. Like the writing, the artwork, the sound design, the music, everything. Just the level design was good too. The monster design was fun. Like a little fun mechanic. Ugh. I heard that there are multiple endings to this game. I think, depending on, like, your responses, I guess? Or maybe the things that you find or whatever. I don't know. I think there are. I'm not sure. Oh, I got the achievement back to school. Man. It had a picture of ways back, like older ways back. Oh, look at the starting screen is different. It's got a bunch of drawings and stuff now. Wow, that's so sad. Oh, you can go by chapter too, that's cool. This ending was pretty darn good though. Can't think of how others would be better. I don't know if it's like necessarily better. I think it's just like alternate endings. Let's see. Quiggle says there are multiple endings. Okay, that's what I thought. Endings. Oops. Okay. Apparently, if there's a good ending and a bad ending. The bad ending is if you answer with like if you basically just answer differently on the questions that the shadow people will give you, like stuff that shows that you just accept your fate and stuff like that. Those ending or those choices. Then you get an ending where you get to watch her as she dies. Yeah, I think we got the good ending. Yeah, because we answered like as faithfully as we could to her story. Yeah, she's in purgatory for the whole game. That's confirmed by the old lady too. She keeps repeating that we're barred from heaven and hell, and so we just keep wandering forever. Let's see, what's the I guess we can watch that ending, but I'm just kind of curious about it. Rob number
Very
4, we will
exciting
miss ye. Ew, the quality is poop. 1080, okay. This up here. Hang on. I'm trying to find my window. Boop, 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 boop. Doko desu ka window. Why? Why you no pop up? Oh, here it is. Okay. We'll watch it together. This is Rob, AU. Memories are like a mirror reflecting the true likeness of your soul. Maybe you still want to forget. Maybe you're still afraid. Audio's loud. There we go. And you see the statue back there? Facing your own aspirations but not confessing to the truth. Yeah, I am you. Yet you are not me. Ooh. Is this Rob for another story? Yes. Ooh, the eyes. Ooh, the bodies. Is that Zotan? Constantly cycling over and over with only the river Sun Tzu at the end of your journey. Oh, and there's a teacher. Yet the knot of sin still lies unsolved. The bridge leading to Paramita lies in collapse. So the Requiem with a warm crescendo welcomes you once again. Messian. Ooh! I mean, hell meow. I don't know. Certainly looks like it. Not yet. That's true. She's supposed to be like in eternal purgatory. So she's just kind of stuck in a weird limbo. It's just a very unpleasant limbo. Oh, she got awarded a noose. Wow. It's a bit late, but trigger warnings for suicide. So my apologies. Don't look away now. Seriously, if this isn't good for you. Yikes. Yikes! I don't know if we should watch this. Who's one? Okay, thank God. Wow. All right, so that's the bad ending. Well, I like our ending better. That's for darn sure. Yeah, I like the one we got better too. I think we did all right. We got to see grown-up Zotan. And I got all emotional when he sat in his old chair. Oh my gosh. This game is so freaking excellent. Seriously.